Expensive rides, fancy vacations, and a surprise political contribution, all paid for, prosecutors say, with money an attorney stole from his clients.
The case against attorney Mark Miller is now prompting his other clients to check their records, too. Fox 5 I-Team reporter Randy Travis says it's the biggest white-collar crime case ever to hit Pickens County. Randy?
That's right, Tom. And today, according to the indictment, Miller stole at least $1.7 million from hardworking people who put their trust in a man who lived among them for decades, a supposed community leader who held high office in the world's largest service club organization.
On Mark Miller's public Facebook page, now part of a criminal case file, the Jasper attorney sure seems to be enjoying himself. He especially likes Disney World. In fact, according to prosecutors, Miller spent more than $30,000 on various Disney World trips. Money they say he should have been protecting for this woman, Katie Parker.
Can y'all afford to go to Disney World right now?
No. Ain't no way.
It came out in court that he spent $30,000 of Katie's money on trips to Disney World.
You got to be kidding.
Perry Parker's wife Paulette and her brother David spent years working long hours at this convenience store they owned outside Jasper. The siblings eventually sold it for $1.7 million, hiring attorney Mark Miller to handle the money. When David died, he left that money to his sister Paulette. And when she died of breast cancer soon after, all that money was supposed to go to her only child, Katie. Only trouble, Katie told the court attorney Miller wouldn't say how much money was really left.
Just kind of baffles me to see somebody that would do that.
When Miller would not turn over financial documents, a judge threw him in jail on contempt charges. A few days later, a grand jury indicted him on 48 counts involving theft, identity fraud, and racketeering. He's being held without bond.
It gives you some great statistics and information.
Miller was active in many causes around Pickens County, including this effort posted on YouTube to get more funding for arts in Pickens County schools. He was also the chairman of the Lions Club Council of Governors, among many other roles. In fact, his public Facebook page is filled with Lions Club trips and events. Investigators are meeting this week with Lions Club officials to see whether Miller wrongly gave any money to them. So far, prosecutors say they've identified $665,000 Miller misspent from Katie Parker's inheritance, including $26,000 at a car dealership, $47,000 at an RV dealership, and one surprise political contribution.
Well, the authorities say that he took $1,000 of the money that was set aside for Katie and gave it to Hillary Clinton for her 2008 presidential campaign.
No kidding.
Mark Miller told the Pickens County Progress newspaper he's been, quote, blown away by the events and predicted he'll be vindicated on all charges. His beloved Lions Club, though, isn't waiting around for a trial. They kicked him out immediately after he was arrested, saying you have to be a good member of the community to be a Lion.
Sheriff's investigators say Miller also opened a credit card account in the name of another client, running up $20,000 in charges and then not paying it off. Bill collectors tracked down the client, who called authorities. They fear the list does not end there.
If they've ever had Mr. Miller as their attorney, we're asking them to go have a credit history ran, go through and check. If you've had your estate managed and you have access to some of those accounts, take a look and make sure what's supposed to be in those accounts is there. If not, then we're asking for everyone to give us a call.
Katie Parker did not want to talk to us on camera about her case. She's unable to work, instead caring for her father. The two live in this aging ranch house several miles outside of Jasper. Window AC units working overtime to keep it cool for Perry, who suffers from severe back pain. The two survive on his Social Security benefits and rent payments from another convenience store in the community.
It takes everything we got to make bills, get them bills paid for.
What would Katie's life be like with that money now?
She would be a whole lot better off than what she is. She wouldn't have to depend on me for other things. If I would go to my grave knowing she's taken care of. But as it stands right now, there ain't no way I can die in peace.
Lions Club International says it's, quote, conducting a thorough investigation to ensure the integrity of financial resources for programs in which Mr. Miller was responsible or had spending authority. They are clearly stunned by all this, Sinead and Tom.
Unbelievable, but the investigation still ongoing.
Oh yeah, exactly. The investigators are actually still talking to other clients of Mr. Miller, and they want anybody who has used him for any legal services in the last decade or two, go back, look through your financial records. If you see something that's wrong, doesn't seem right, give them a call.
In the meantime, you got to feel for that family.
Yeah, you sure do.
Randy, thanks.